Good morning, everybody. We are just about ready for our Team Riedell versus S1 full-length challenge. Team Riedell is skating in black, and on that team today we have a number 000, Booty Queen, 07, Jackie Daniels, 112, Planet, 113, Velocity Raptor, 12, Soccer Blue, 1706, Misty Maven, 202, Freight Train, 221, Yeti or Not, Here I Come, 28, Death Down Under, 3381, Hella Naughty, 39, Evie, 507, Rachel Rotten, 775, Prim Reaper, 777, Perfect, 89, Arrakis, 94, Octane Jane. And skating in white for S1, we've got 03, Dizzy Izzy, 063, She Devil, 08, Party, 10, Thugs Bunny, 1012, Charger, 143, Baller Shot Caller, number 2, Dawkin, 297, Maneki, 316, Lily Gaskell, 33, Klein, 5, Dizzy Yaster, 50, Scald Eagle, 6, Snot, 65, Diasco, 666, Lollyrot, 669, Witch Slapped, and number 89, Heart.
And it looks like we'll be getting pretty shortly. I have here with me Kel's Inferno, and I am Momo. And we have Cupcake Kamikaze here as well, and we're going to be your announcers for the Team Riedell and S1 game here on track C1, which is also the S1 track. Don't forget, we do have raffle. We have our lovely raffle volunteers here to make sure we can support Planned Parenthood Clinic. We have not one, but 2 cabanas that will be read at halftime, so make sure you stick around for that. We also have, some other roller derby goodies, so stick around.
We got Misty Maven out with the star for Riedell and a Scald Eagle on the jam line for S1. Maven with a nice run up the outside line, picking up lead jammer status in our first jam of this game. Eagle out on the initial pass. Maven picking up all 4 points before calling off that jam. Klein out there with the star for S1. Arrakis for Riedell. Arrakis picking up lead jammer for Riedell. That is 2 lead jammers in a row for Team Riedell. All 4 points and calling off that jam. Klein sneaking in 1 right before that final whistle.
Did you see who the jammer was that time?
It was Klein and Arrakis. Freight train out there with the star for Riedell. Hart for S1. Freight train working on the inside, Hart on the outside. Hart does make it through first lead jam status for S1 in this game. Hart with a nice move right up the inside line, picking up all 4 points and calling off that jam. Team Riedell leading 8-S1-5. 27 and a half minutes still to go in this first. She Devil out on our jam line for S1. And Velocity Raptor for Riedell. Velocity Raptor knocked out of bounds on the inside and recycled to the back by Lily Gaskell. She Devil also recycled to the back by Evie. Still looking for that lead jammer status. She Devil picks up lead jammer status for S1. And we do have a successful star pass to our pivot turned jammer. That is Yeti out there now with the star for Team Riedell. She Devil picking up all 4 points and calling off that jam. We do have a lead change. S1 taking the lead with 9 points. Team Riedell with 8. Scald Eagle with the star for S1. Misty Maven with the star for Riedell. This is the same jammer matchup we saw in our first jam of this game. Eagle trying real hard to eat that baby. Can't quite get it. Eagle's going to call that off. No points for either team in that jam. We do want to thank one of the sponsors for this game, Riedell Skates. From streets to parks, Moxie Skates empower every stride with style and strength. You can find them out in the lobby if you would like to check out their selection of Moxie Skates or other items this weekend. Klein with the star for S1, but it is Arrakis picking up lead jammer for Team Riedell. Klein getting knocked out of bounds on the outside line and recycled all the way to the back by Octane Jane. Arrakis picking up 4 points so far in this jam. Three more on that jam. 7 for Team Riedell, giving them 15 so far in this game. S1 with 9.
All right, and another one of our sponsors is going to be Rude Chicks. Roller derby clothing and accessories, all skate, no hate since 2008. And honestly, I buy from them every year. It's always good quality stuff. And don't forget, we do have raffle shaking up in the air with those tickets. Be sure to flag someone down so we can support the Planned Parenthood Clinic. And it looks like we've got, Freight Train with the backwards toe stops going for that initial. Meanwhile, we have S1 with the lead, doing a little hit it and quit it. Points.
Picking up 3 points.
Hey. We got the score sitting at 15-12 on the S1C1 track for RollerCon. It's day one, you guys. Remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Please hydrate. Take care of yourself and others.
She-Devil out there with the star for S1. And Velocity Raptor with the star for Team Riedell. Both jammers working very hard against these respective walls of blockers. We do have Pivot Prim Reaper taking a seat in our penalty box. Velocity Rapper knocked out, but picking up lead status anyway for Team Riedell. And we do have a successful star pass. That is Maneki, now our pivot turned jammer with the star for S1.
And we've got some amazing blocker action happening from 507 on Team Riedell. It's going to be Rachel Rotten, always in there with the, the edge work, the beauty. And it looks like we're getting some assistance. That's going to be from number 2 from S1, and calling it 4 points that round for Team Riedell. 3 points picked up for S1, leaving the score at 19-15, seeking to close that 4-point gap. I did math. Yay. So proud.
Good job.
Thanks.
Scald Eagle with the star for S1, and Soccer Blue for Team Riedell.
Scald taken the inside, but sent to recycle by number 9-4 in a beautiful inside hit. That's going to be Octane Jane.
Scald Eagle already with lead jammer status. Scald Eagle once again trying to eat this baby, and does this time.
Oh, but Gaskill really just on the defense, 1v1. Love to see Derby at such a high level, honestly. It's like the reason I'm supposed to go to practice.
No points picked up for either jammer in that jam.
On the jam line, we have number 3-3 in white, Klein, and number 8-9 in black, Arrakis. Klein trying to find an inside, trying to get past number 2-1. That's going to be Yeti. Arrakis fighting through a very active pack in the front. S1 holding it down, getting just amazing inverted blocking from number 08, and that's going to be the whistle. Looks like we got a lead with Arrakis. Klein in the hunt. And Arrakis calling it because, work smarter, not harder.
That is another 0-0 jam. I believe that is 2 in a row.
And we've got a bunch of lovely sponsors here today. Let's talk about Stay Gold Derby Stats. Stop playing in the dark. It's easy to use Derby Stats that automatically aggregate over time. Based out of Tempe, Arizona. Stay Gold.
Freight Train with the star for Team Riedell, but it is Hart picking up lead jammer status for S1. Freight Train also out on the initial. Two points picked up by Hart for S1. 3 points. No points for Team Riedell.
The way the crossovers happened with Freight Train made me wonder why there were no lights and bells so I could move out of the way.
That was 2 points. 17 points for S1, 19 points for Team Riedell. That is only 2 points separating these two teams with just over 18 minutes left in the first. She Devil back out with the star for S1. But it is Velocity Raptor picking up lead jammer status for Team Riedell. She Devil working very hard against this defensive tripod at the front of the pack,
which is headed up by Hella Naughty. Honestly, one of the few skaters I've seen in my life that can skate on 7 wheels and not 8.
She Devil knocked down, but staying in with only one hand out.
Hella Naughty, Octane, Jane, and 1-1-2 holding the pack in order. That is Planet. And sending the recycle all the way back. And it looks like we have a pack call, so that is one less person for She Devil to fight through. And it looks like Velocity Rapper is trying to get past in white 626. Sorry, 666, my bad. That's Lily Riot. And Velocity Raptor on their own with the pivot being sent to the box. Little over 20 seconds left in this jam.
She Devil working on this initial pass. 2 blockers to get by. Looking for a little offensive assistance here. Four points picked up by Velocity Raptor in that jam for Team Riedell. No points for S1. S1 will have a slight pack advantage at the start of this jam as the pivot for Team Riedell, Soccer Blue, is still sitting in the penalty box. Scald Eagle with the star for S1. Misty Maven for Team Riedell.
It's the third matchup between these two skaters this half. Both equally matched in talent and skill. Scald taking the inside and picking up that lead. Way to go, bloggers, holding it down for almost 30 seconds. What's up? It's harder than it looks. I just need you to know.
Scald Eagle manages to stay inbounds on those toe stops on the outside and not get recycled back. Eagle is knocked out of bounds on the inside line and recycled to the back by Yeti.
Scald taking the outside to the inside and calling it. Points. Picking up 4 points. And speaking of Scald, there are signs of heat stroke, you guys. That was going to be hot, red, and dry skin, fast pulse, heart racing, headaches, dizziness, shivering, confusion, nausea. See a medic or call 911. This heat is no joke, folks. Hi, and thank you to our medics. They're going to be the lovely people in the green shirts, sacrificing their time to make sure that we're allowed to play. Thank you, guys.
Arrakis back out with the star for Riedell, but it is Klein and Team S1 picking up lead jammer status. Arrakis also out on the initial. Pack moving very quickly. Team Riedell trying to speed it up. Klein picking up 1 point. We do have a 1 point game now. Team Riedell leading 23 S1 22, 13 and a half minutes left in this first.
And don't forget, we do have a raffle at halftime. Be sure to flag down one of our lovely raffle volunteers so that we can support the Planned Parenthood clinics.
A freight train with the star for Team Riedell. Hart for S1. Hart with 1 to beat and does, picking up lead jammer status. Freight train also right there.
I love a last minute point. 2 points to be exact. Team Riedell picking it up from Freight Train, all on the inside. I'm pretty sure there was a jump, but honestly, it was so fast, just blinked from one space to another. It was like a glitch.
She-Devil with the star for S1 and Velocity Raptor for Team Riedell. She-Devil knocked down and out and recycled all the way to the back by Death Down Under.
Yeti holding that line. She-Devil getting some assistance from number 143 baller shot caller. It's not that I don't care, it's that I can't read. And strong thighs, strong knees, strong core work happening in the S1 pack. And it looks like lead has been called. Second time lead for Velocity Raptor. Consecutive lead. I feel like that's an important adjective there. Speaking of, 4 points picked up from Velocity Raptor. She-Devil a clean star pass. Your new jammer for S1 is Snot. Yes, it is. I'll see myself out.
Four more points picked up in that pass by Team Riedell. 8 points in that jam. Riedell leading 33 S1 to 22. Scald Eagle with the star for S1 and Maven with the star for Riedell. I believe this is the 4th time maybe now we've seen this matchup. I feel like we're going to consistently see this through this game.
Can confirm. Maven looking for an in, being denied by Gaskill. Denied and sent to recycle by Gaskill, who has the most active defense and offense, honestly. May we all have teammates like Lily Gaskill.
Absolutely.
Looks like number 10 from S1, Thugs Bunny, seeking to assist Scald Eagle, trying to break up the pack of 0-7. It's Jackie Daniels. And it looks like that is a clean star pass. Your new jammer is Lily Gaskill. Correction, your new jammer was Lily Gaskill.
Maven picking up all 4 points there before being knocked out and calling off that jam.
We've got raffle tickets still available. Don't forget, you guys, we always need volunteers. Volunteers, when they volunteer enough hours, get cool shirts. Also, it's just cool to volunteer and support, and you meet a lot of friends. So, think about it.
Arrakis back out with the star for Team Riedell. Klein for S1. Arrakis picking up lead jammer status. Klein getting knocked to the outside and recycled midway back through the pack. Getting some offensive assistance from the S1 pivot. Klein is now out on the initial. Arrakis picking up all 4 points and calling off that jam.
That jam was also called off and assisted by Fighting Girlfriend. Fighting Girlfriend's pretty cool people. So are a lot of our officials. So please say thank you to an official today.
Freight Train with the star for Team Riedell. Hart for S1. We've seen this jammer matchup quite a few times now as well. Freight Train picking up lead jammer status for Team Riedell.
And it's always a fight with these two matchups. It is a fight for lead, and it is an active pack because you got to catch somebody. Oh, look. And that's how many people you got to send to catch one person.
Hart fending off several big hits there to get out on the initial. Freight Train gonna call that jam off.
Little over 7 minutes left in this half. Don't forget, we are pulling tickets for the halftime. If you buy tickets, you got to stick around because we have a cabana, not one, but two for black and blue. And you will be the coolest person in your friend group if you get a cabana. Can confirm.
Velocity Raptor with the star for Riedell. She-Devil with the star for S1. However, it is Velocity Raptor picking up lead jammer status once again.
Seems like we're getting a set matchup. We have set rivalries happening right now.
She-Devil recycled to the back by Maven and being held up by that very strong tripod.
My muscles burn just looking at the strength of that pack. Riedell pack literally holding it down. Ooh, clean star pass over to Lily Gaskill for the initial.
I love a good sneaky star pass.
Right though?
Four points picked up by Team Riedell in that jam. Riedell leads 49, S1 22.
And it looks like that jam was the fourth time that Riedell got 4 points consecutively. I feel like that's a lucky number. If you're thinking of buying lottery tickets, it's not available in Las Vegas, but definitely do it when you go home.
Soccer Blue with the star for Team Riedell. Scald Eagle with the star for S1. Soccer Blue trying to push this tripod out of play.
We're all smiles, even if I was slightly afraid. We've got Soccer Blue passed up by Scald Eagle with a little hop and a jump over the apex, breaking the 5 lead streak of Riedell.
Soccer Blue has passed off that star. That is Maven, pivot turn jammer, and of course no stranger to that star.
No stranger to skating against Scald either. That would be the fifth appearance, however short.
Klein on the jam line for S1.
And it looks like Arrakis
back out with the star for Riedell. Arrakis picking up lead jammer. Both jammers out and looking to score some points. Arrakis picking up 3 points before calling it off. 1 point snuck in by S1. Freight Train with the star for Team Riedell, and Hart once again with the star for S1. Freight Train with some nice toe stop work on that inside line, picking up lead status rather quickly. Hart also out and picking up speed.
Both of these skaters have the scariest crossovers in all of Derby, but it looks like a last-minute point for Riedell, sitting the score at 53-27 on the S1C1 track. See what I did there? I'll see myself out.
She Devil back out on the jam line for S1, and a Velocity Raptor with the star for Riedell. Both jammers trying to take that outside line. Velocity Raptor pushing that two-wall of S1 blockers towards the front, trying to get out of play.
Just having to slide out there, getting recycled. Looks like by Planet. Planet actually holding it down for the recycles today. That's at least the third one I've seen. Good pack awareness.
And we do have a track cut call on She Devil, putting Velocity Raptor and Team Riedell on a power jam.
Snot holding it down in the front of the pack, along with 08 Party. I didn't have to say it like that. I just really wanted to.
Velocity Raptor getting some offensive assistance there from Helenati.
Oh, I am contractually obligated to say this. Hella naughty. There's a contract. I had to sign it.
Nice penalty kill there by S1 blockers. She Devil back out on the track. Velocity Raptor picking up lead jammer status after a minute and a half in that jam, deciding that's enough and calling that off.
Fair. I see that. I mean, it could be a fun 2-minute jam. Fun is relative.
It was a whole lot of work for lead jammer status.
Better you than me. Speaking of fun, you guys, don't forget, the pool is fun, but glass in the pool, not fun. This isn't Final Destination. No glass in the pool. Or poolside. Just don't do it.
Scald Eagle with the star for S1, but it is Arrakis from Team Riedell picking up lead jammer status. Scald Eagle knocked out of bounds on the outside and recycled all the way to the back.
Ooh. Gaskill with the recycle. Gaskill and Planet, honestly, just tying for the recycle scores if that were a score that you could tally.
Scald Eagle able to push out and through on the initial pass. Arrakis picking up all 4 points and calling off that jam.
Last call for raffle tickets. We will be pulling them during halftime, but it is the last call. If you are feeling lucky, pick yourself up a raffle ticket, because soon we will be calling. If you already picked up a raffle ticket, be sure to stick around, because all prizes being called during this halftime, you have to be present to collect during this halftime. I would say that I would take them from you, but I can't. So here we are. Okay, guys. We also got prices. $1 for 1 ticket, $20 for 25 tickets, and for $100 you get 150 tickets. And honestly, prizes worth it. And it is cash only, just to be aware. We are donating to Planned Parenthood clinics to help those that need help all around the United States. Still time to get in your raffle tickets, but we will be calling it during this halftime, so stick around.
Only valid for this game or all games?
Just this game if you buy them for this stuff. I just was like, I need to know if I need to keep this for the rest or if I can throw it away after this is over.
Honestly, I never remember. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna go get it over there, and then y'all call me. 'Cause I know I'm around. That doesn't mean I'm present.
And I'm like, well, I know I'm going to be here for this one.
I'm ready for one.
All right, we are pulling raffle tickets. We still got some other prizes, so if you're still in the middle of getting raffle tickets bought and purchased and completed, let us know. So, first raffle ticket is sponsored by Riedell. It is going to be Gumball Toe Stops. Listen out for your number, and I'll call it over here. T-shirt time.
I let them know the same time for other prizes.
All right, first ticket for the Gumball Toe Stop, sponsored by Riedell. Elsa? I don't know why I said it like Anna. Elsa 4942. Ticket number 030966. Oh, hi! Here they come. Got it. All right, we'll be picking for the next. The next one is Quick Zenith Bearing, sponsored by Riedell. Ticket number 43601126. One more time. 43601126. We'll hold on to it unless it's you. There you go. Yay! Next prize. We have the Radar Halo Wheels, sponsored by Riedell. Ticket number 43601132. One more time, 43601132.
No, close, but not quite.
All right, we are doing the S1 helmet. Oh, this is awesome. Nixie, S1 helmet.
I see someone, yeah.
Okay, but Nixie has a stamp. Go on, Nixie. That's awesome. All right, now we are getting a cabana. This one's sponsored by Riedell. Nopak? Possibly Nopak? Oh, Nopak Shakur? Where are ya? Nopak? All right, we're pulling another. Lucky number for this one is 649264. This is for the Riedell sponsored cabana at Black and Blue. Possibly? Oh, there we go. Yay! What's up? Thank you, Riedell, for sponsoring the cabana, and we have our winner. And then we have the S1 cabana. The lucky person getting this is, now look here, Nopak, you didn't win it just once but twice. We couldn't do the other one. Here's another chance.
Right.
Where?
He has to be here.
He has to be here.
If he's not
Oh,
here,
is he working?
Well.
Ah. Sorry, Nopak. You can't put tickets in if you're not in this game. That's scary. Hey, Elsa. Guess what you just got? Yeah, the S1 sponsored cabana. All right, don't forget, we still have raffle tickets available for this game, but also for the rest of the weekend. So be sure to go to the raffle desk or find a raffle person, purchase your tickets, and write your name on them so we can call you. Thank you so much, you guys, and back to the game. It looks like we've got Misty Maven and Scald Eagle for another matchup, the first time of this half.
Misty Maven picking up lead jammer status for Team Riedell in this first jam of our second period. Team Riedell still leading by 30 points. Scald Eagle out on the initial pass. Maven picking up all 4 points before calling that jam off. Freight Train back out there with the star for Team Riedell. Hart once again with the star for S1. Big pile up over here right by the pivot line. Hart through with lead jammer status. Freight Train out on the initial. Hart around the outside, fending off a couple of hits there, picking up 4 points and calling off that jam.
That's a point for every hit that was evaded. There are few people that are able to accomplish such a feat.
Arrakis on the jam line for Team Riedell. And Klein for S1.
Arrakis taken that inside and being recycled by number 10, Thugs Bunny. I just can't read. That's all that was.
And Klein with some nice quick footwork up that inside line, picking up lead jammer status. Arrakis right there, though, out on the initial. Team Riedell blockers trying to speed up this pack and protect those points. Klein picking up 1 before calling off that jam.
Just a PSA for you. Your mom's not here, and even if she was, she's not picking up your stuff. So you need to pick up your stuff, not only here, but also on our shuttles. They're very nice. They help us out. So be sure to clean up after yourselves. That was my stern voice.
Velocity Raptor with the star for Team Riedell. She Devil for S1. She Devil getting a little offensive assistance there
and
from
a little
Party.
Defensive assistance.
She Devil getting recycled to the back by Evie, that Team Riedell pivot.
Some evasive work happening from She Devil to avoid the full recycle. We've got Party in for the O, trying to break up and make a little bit of space, but number 775, Prim Reaper, really holding the pack together there.
Velocity Raptor out with lead jammer status for Team Riedell, already back around and looking to pick up more points. Looks like we do have a successful star pass to Lily Gaskell, our pivot now turned jammer for S1, working on that initial.
Ooh. Initial picked up, clean pass. Party holding Raptor in the front line from end to end and going for the recycle, but Raptor's like, yeah, no, I'm good. I don't need a tour of the rewind. I'll just call it. Do recycles make you nostalgic or tired?
Tired. Especially when it happens over and over. It's exhausting just to watch. Misty Maven with the star for Team Riedell. Scald Eagle with the star for S1. Very tight pack in between the jammer and pivot line. Scald Eagle through with lead jammer status. Maven recycled all the way to the back.
I know you can jump at Apex, but I've never seen someone jump in the middle of the track, just over a person. But leave it to Maven to make sure I experience that.
Scald Eagle with 8 points so far on the jam. Nice easy passes with 2 Riedell blockers in the penalty box. Four more points in this jam for Eagle. Maven out on the initial pass. That was a 16-point jam for Scald Eagle and S1, making up some much-needed ground. 20 points separating these two teams. Riedell leading 68, S1 48, with 23-14 left in this challenge.
All right, we have one last raffle winner. Going to be 43601108. 43601108. Blue.
It is a blue colored ticket. Blue colored ticket.
And it's for the Halo wheels.
Close to my number, but not quite.
Yo, Elsa, really quick, just come down here. We picked your ticket again.
Freight Train with the star for Team Riedell, picking up lead jammer status. Hart with the star out on the initial for S1.
Freight Train just slicing through like butter, picking up 4 points that round. Hart taking a hop to the inside, looking around and getting the recycle from Yeti. And it looks like number 28 in black. That's going to be Death Down Under.
Freight Train with 8 on the board so far in this jam, and coming back around for more.
Elsa, please return to the raffle area. Thank you.
Hart taking a very hard hit from Yeti here at the top of the pack.
Thank you again to our medics for assisting us and helping us play safely and taking care of us. We really appreciate y'all. That is to say, we have a lot of volunteers helping us out, both skating, non-skating, announcing, even our media crew, because we all know we're going to be using these pictures for the foreseeable future forever. So, yeah, big thanks to everyone who volunteered their vacation and their time to make sure that we could all have a fun time at RollerCon. Thanks, you guys.
Soccer Blue back out there with the star for Team Riedell. However, it is Klein picking up lead jammer status for S1. And it looks like Soccer Blue is taking a seat in the penalty box. So we do have a power jam now for Klein and S1.
I feel like this is the only second power jam in this entire matchup.
I believe that is correct.
All right, well, S1 seeking to take advantage of this and close up that 30-point lead. Gap, lead, gap. I can words like an adult.
Klein managing to stay in bounds on that apex, picking up 4 more points and calling it off just as Soccer Blue had returned to the track.
So pack will be all this next go-round.
Riedell leading 86, S1 60 with just over 20 and a half minutes to go.
Looks like we have a change-up. It's going to be Maven up against Lily Gaskill.
Gaskill's first time starting the jam with a star in this challenge and picking up lead jammer status for S1.
Being pretty successful there. But that does not go unchallenged with Maven in that initial. Gaskill looking for a hole, listening to the bench to call. But 1 point being picked up. I love a sly point.
It's always satisfying to sneak in that point when you're not the lead jammer. This next jam, we'll see Velocity Raptor with the star for Riedell and Scald Eagle for S1. Changing up that jammer rotation. We're going to see some new jammer matchups here.
Love to see it. Love to see it. The matchup of the skating styles is honestly why I enjoy RollerCon so much. It's nice to see everyone in their element, yet out of their own teams.
Scald Eagle trying to push that very strong tripod of Team Riedell blockers out of play and does, picking up lead jammer status.
It is not uncontested with Velocity Raptor star off trying to find a friend. Friend not able to attend as friend is in penalty box.
And a nice pass on the outside for Eagle, picking up all 4 points on that first pass.
She-Devil not making it easy, but Velociraptor getting free, putting the star back on and grabbing that initial. Scald zipping on by and picking up 4 points. 4 points for both sides. Scald looking for a call. 1 point picked up by S1. 2 points picked up by Team Riedell. That was a 14-point jam for S1.
6 points for Riedell in that jam. Riedell leading 93, S1 74 with just under 18 minutes left in this game. Soccer Blue on the jam line for Riedell. Klein for S1.
Klein looking to the outside, but being outmatched for lead with Soccer Blue. Soccer Blue searching to get on through. Klein still looking for a hole, but getting some assistance. Want to say that's by 10? Yes, that's 10. Bugs Bunny. Ooh, little hop, skip, and a jump over Evie there.
And we do have a penalty call on Klein, putting Soccer Blue and Team Riedell on the power jam. Nice spin move on that apex. Through for 4 more points and calling it off. Gonna freeze that jammer in the penalty box for the next jam. This will be our first power start of the game.
And you know, it's kind of fitting since Team Riedell has broken the 3-digit mark with 101 to 74.
This power start is gonna go to Freight Train of Team Riedell.
I guess this power start is brought to you by Riedell.
That's right. S1 with a blocker and a jammer in the penalty box. Freight Train able to take full advantage of that power start, picking up lead jammer status.
Freight Train taking the out and then the in, but met up from number 6. That's going to be Snot from S1, but made it on free and picked up 4 points. Klein is back in rotation, being met up by number 07, Jackie Daniels. And Death Down Under, we got Yeti with the recycle. Just a little boop to the inside, even though clearing the apex jump still needs to recycle. Going ahead to recycle.
Both teams recycling there. Freight Train had enough of that, calling off the jam after picking up 1 more point. 9 points for Freight Train and Riedell in that jam. S1, 0 points in that jam. Scald Eagle back out with the star for S1. Arrakis for Riedell.
Feel like this is the first time we're seeing this matchup. If I'm wrong, you know, you can correct me. It's cool.
Arrakis picking up lead jammer status for Team Riedell. Scald Eagle also out on the initial pass.
Smooth moves, but 1 point was picked up by Scald Eagle, and just a sneaking last minute.
3 points for Arrakis before calling that jam off. She Devil with the star for S1, and looks like we've got Planet jamming for, I believe, the first time in this matchup. Planet picking up lead jammer rather quickly.
No, it's still Raptor. It's still Raptor.
That is Velocity Raptor.
Well, this time it makes sense.
It was 1-2 and 2-1-2.
I think when they put it in as 2-1-2, which is 2 times.
We've got She Devil fighting through. It looks like Rachel Rotten and number 775 Prim Reaper.
Velocity Raptor out with 4 so far in this jam.
Velocity Raptor met up with Lollyrot and Bugs Bunny. It's not that I don't care, it's that I can't see. Glasses, they're important.
Successful star pass now on S1 to Maneki, our pivot turned jammer. Still working on that initial pass. Pushing against a very, very strong 2-wall at the front of the pack.
Maneki getting low to fight past Rachel Rotten, who's, you know, it looks easy. It's real hard, though. Met up by all 3 of the Team Riedell wall with 1 in for the O. That's going to be Evie. Evie coming up to assist, but Maneki is free. 4 points picked up by Riedell. Score sitting at 121 to 75.
Freight Train with the star for Team Riedell, and Lily Gaskell once again taking the star for S1.
Two powerful players with two similar but different skill sets. It's just lovely to see a matchup like this. Lily Gaskell's trying to find an opening and possibly a pass. Wow, Freight Train has the lead. And it looks like that was a successful star pass. Your new jammer is Charger, question mark? Yes. Charger, exclamation point.
Charger not able to get back around. 1 point picked up by Team Riedell and Freight Train in that last jam. Scald Eagle back out on the jam line for S1. Arrakis for Team Riedell.
Third time matchup for these two skaters. And with the box clear, they contend with full of each side.
Arrakis working on the inside line. Scald Eagle was working on the outside line. Arrakis with a no pass, no penalty, no lead jammer status. Scald Eagle picking up lead jammer status and calling off that jam immediately before any points could be scored by Arrakis. Zero jam. We haven't seen too many of those in this contest. Soccer Blue with the star for Team Riedell. Klein for S1. Thought we might have a pivot line start for a second, but everybody rolls back and we don't get to see that happen.
Yeah, it's a lot rarer than you think.
They sure like to trick us, though.
It makes the game spicy. Speaking of spicy, look at this 1v1 happening in the front against Thugs Bunny and Soccer Blue. I love to see it. I love a good 1v1 block.
Multiple spins by Soccer Blue to get past that last line of defense, picking up lead jammer status. Back through and scoring, picking up all 4 points before calling off that jam.
Looks like we've got Velocity Raptor and Lily Gaskell on the lines for their respective teams. Score sitting at 126 to 75 in favor of Team Riedell here on the S1C1 track for day one of RollerCon. I can't do that again, so we're just going to call that one good.
That was pretty good. Velocity Raptor with one to beat at the top of the pack. And does, picking up lead jammer status for Team Riedell.
And it looks like a star pass. Star pass for S1. New jammer for S1 is number 063, She-Devil. Or, yes?
Yep,
Yes.
no
Okay.
stranger to the star, however. We've seen She-Devil jamming quite a bit in this game and now pivoting and taking that star pass. Velocity Raptor picks up all 4 points and then calls off that jam. 7.5 minutes to go in this full-length game. Riedell leading 130, S1 with 75. Scald Eagle back out on the jam line for S1 and Freight Train for Riedell. Both jammers trying to take the same space. Freight Train with one to beat and a nice spin move. And another spin move out after picking up lead jammer. Scald Eagle Star in hand, but through on the initial pass. Freight Train picking up all 4 points before calling that jam. Misty Maven with the star for Team Riedell. Klein with the star for S1. Jammers both going the wrong way.
Where are we going? I want to go too. We've got Maven trying to get past Doken.
Maven trying a spin move on the inside line. Toe stop out of bounds, however, and called on a track cut, giving Klein and S1 a power jam.
It was pretty.
It was very pretty.
Oh, that was a boop.
Just a little boop.
It's only little because of the level of play, because if it had been on me, it would have looked like a big boop. I can promise you that. So kudos to Prim Reaper for just booping. And that's a call. 4 points picked up by S1. Ooh, this will be the second power start of this game. Not very many power jams and power starts to speak of in this matchup.
No, surprisingly, just a handful. This power start will go to She Devil.
She Devil looking to close up that 60-point gap. Well, it's 65 points, but it's okay. Don't worry about it. You got
math, it's all right.
Math is the only thing I passed this semester.
Misty Maven out of the box, picking up lead jammer status for Team Riedell.
Ooh. Little too much spin on that move being sent back by Lollyrot. Beautiful reformation by, it looks like, Hart, Lollyrot, and number 6'5", Daiso, who's also been doing some amazing blocker work today.
Looks like we do have a star pass to Lily Gaskell. Once again, our pivot turned jammer for Team S1. Misty Maven knocked out of bounds and recycled all the way to the back.
There were a lot of whistles. Can't 100% confirm what happened. Now someone's in the box or headed to the box.
I am seeing a track cut call by an official. And it looks like that is going to send Maven to the penalty box, putting Lily Gaskell and S1 on the power jam. Lily Gaskell giving us some push-ups over there.
Show off. Just kidding. Honestly, we love to see it. I just can't do it. It's coming from jealousy. Not really jealousy, more like just jelly. Harmless.
Jelly.
Just jelly.
Just jelly.
If I worked on it, I would have these things. Anyway, therapy aside, looks like we're starting off with another power start, being the third one of this matchup, brought to you by S1 for this power start.
We just talked about how there weren't very many, and now we get another one. We willed it into existence.
I mean, you know, maybe we can divine something else.
Scald Eagle picking up lead jammer status. looking to score some points and close this gap during this power jam.
Some beautiful offensive maneuvers by Snot, just trying to get some space there through the Riedell pack. Scald Eagle coming past Octane Jane and picking up those 4 points. It looks like both jammers are now engaged in the match.
Maven out on the initial pass. Eagle hoping to pick up a couple more points here. Picks up all 4 and calls it off. Maven sneaking in 1 right at the end.
Having the score sit at 142-87 in favor of Riedell. A little over a minute left in this half of this game.
Soccer Blue back out with the star for Team Riedell. And it looks like we have a new jammer for what could be our last jam for Team S1. That is Maneki with the star. Taking soccer to the medic.
Thank you again to our medics.
And we have Yeti with the star for Team Riedell.
Ooh, brand new matchup.
Oh. That
Someone
was
did a
not
thing.
the jam start. We're very excited to go. We know.
Yes. No. Yeti pushing, trying to get through. It looks like Klein and She-Devil. Maneki sent to the outside.
Okay, third time is a charm here for this last jam. Yeti still with the star for Team Riedell, and now Lily Gaskell with the star for S1.
Lily Gaskell's taking a boop to the outside, but being sent.
Yeti being hit to the inside and recycled all the way to the back by Hart. Looks like we've got a no pass, no penalty for Gaskell, who did not pick up lead jammer. Yeti picking up lead jammer and calls off that jam. No points in that last jam.
Unofficial score sitting at 142-87 in favor of Team Riedell. As soon as everyone's in agreement, we'll get you that official score.
And there we have it. Our final score, Team Riedell takes it 142, S1 87. A really fun, amazing game played by all. A lot of really good, solid jammer matchups.
Honestly, it's just wonderful to see everybody play. And I'm a sucker for the blockers, so I like seeing all the blockers do their thing. So thank you guys so much for joining us for this Team Riedell and Team S1 matchup. Please make it to the outside to give a hand clap to your favorite skater. You know what? Just everybody. Everybody worked hard today. Everybody gets a hand clap.
High fives all around.
Yeah. Give a hand clap to Riedell. And give a hand clap to S1. Thank you so much for joining us on the C1 track. We have many more games to be enjoyed here at RollerCon. Remember that it is a marathon, not a sprint. Please be sure to hydrate, take care of yourself, eat, and take breaks when you need it. See you guys.